Hi guys, I'm Exactchaos and welcome to my Opinionated Facts review of Cities Skylines. So Cities Skylines is a city builder game and arguably the best one out there at the moment, well, ever to be honest. It's a game where you plan and build and manage your city, though it is much more focused on the planning and building side of things and a little bit less so on the management, as the management just generally is sliders and a few things here and there that you can use, generally not too deep and intense. It has a significant active community with significant mods everywhere, and these things range from asset mods to gameplay mods to just about everything. Just go and have a quick look on the Steam Workshop to see exactly how deep and immense the mods are. In addition, there is tons of DLC available. The game has been out for a pretty long while now, 2 to 3 years I think, not sure the exact release date at the moment, but there's a ton of DLC, which is all generally gone to make the game better and better and increase the content for it. Some of the DLC includes, there's a disaster DLC in which you have to manage disasters. There's a sporting match day DLC where you manage sporting events. The latest one is the mass transit DLC where you generally manage public transport, lots of extra public transport elements, and it goes on, and I can't even remember all of them at the moment. Okay, so what is good about this game? Downright beautiful. You can spend hours going into very much detail and looking at following this guy around and just enjoying the detail in this game. It is really beautiful. All the key little details. So these guys are more educated, so they've got solar panels on their roofs, and it's just amazing how detailed it is. Skate park with people hanging around, a lot of detail. Oh, so much detail. I really enjoy the detail. Okay, it is basically the closest thing to perfect in terms of simulating agents in their daily lives. And that also means the traffic situation. So traffic is one of the best simulated traffic games that I've seen. You can quickly find out that traffic becomes a problem for certain areas if you only have one route into it, and so on. It really is, it's well simulated, really well simulated. It's immensely flexible. You can really play this game for whatever you're after. Whether that be to build a realistic city, to build a massive city, to grow the population, to grow the economy, to be an industry giant and focus on certain types of industry. There's so many things that you can do. A lot of people out there on YouTube I see play it for to kind of make the areas look as realistic as possible, as it would look in real life. So there's guys that play a lot of detail, and they detail everything to the nth degree, and they enjoy it. And you can really do whatever you want with it. There is so much flexibility in how you do that. Okay, then the mods. Obviously, the good thing about this is the active community. It makes this game so deep and rich in content. And every time you have a look, every couple of months you have a look on the Steam Workshop, you find so much more mods to be able to do this. Some of these are like the Traffic President, one of my absolute favorites, in which you can absolutely manage every aspect of the traffic. Switch on and off traffic signals, actually include fixed timings or flexible timings and all kinds of things like that. Manage what kind of vehicles drive where, and so on and so on. I just build intersections and interchanges that are way cool, like this one over here, and so on. And then in the end, it's all extremely addictive. I've spent so many hundreds of hours playing this game, and I just can't get enough of it. It's really an awesome game. It's very addictive. Okay, so let's move on to the bad. Really, I must say, I have searched far and wide to really find bad aspects of this game. Apart from maybe minor niggly elements, this game really doesn't have bad elements. And if it did have bad elements, there is a mod to kind of relieve that specific issue. But yeah, so maybe the constant running of utilities. If you look at the piping network, you have to kind of lay down all the piping network, it gets tedious and boring. So maybe that isn't as much fun as it should be, but I don't mind it. And it's really not that bad. The management aspect, as I've mentioned, could be deeper. So the management aspect of this, in which you basically manage, I don't know, manage a variety of things. So let's have a look at the budget. Where's the budget? Can't get into the budget. So it's not the easiest thing to manage. So there's not a lot. It's a few sliders and things like that. Ah, there it is. There's the budget. So it's a few sliders, and you can yeah, see, this is basically the budget. So very straightforward. I can spend more on power, less on power, and so on, and everything else that goes along with it. So it's not a too intense deep budgeting game, but it's really about the planning and the building. So that's probably a bad element. That if you're really into the management, this game is maybe not as deep as some other ones that you might see out there. Then there are people that complain about the DLC component of it and all the modding, and that Paradox should just be managing the content better and not charging people for it. But ultimately, I'm not at all. I don't at all have a problem with the fact that there's DLC. At least it gives Paradox the incentive to keep developing and improving this game. So I don't mind that at all. So so in the end, the verdict of this game is it's the best city builder out there, and I cannot recommend this game enough. It is awesome. It is very, very addictive, and I very highly recommend it. If you are a fan of city builders, management games, tycoon games, this game is really worth checking out, really worth picking up and having a look at. It is an awesome game. If you've liked Cities, SimCity or Cities XL, things like that, then you have to get this game. This is just way above those titles at the moment. It is really great. Yeah, and I think that is basically covers it for me. Just get it. Just get it. That's the verdict. Just go out there and get it. And play it and enjoy it, and get involved with all the DLC and all the workshop content. You will really enjoy it if you like city builder games. Okay guys, that's it from me. I'm Exactchaos. If you've enjoyed this review, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you. Bye bye.